Oh, hey. What's up, Throttlers? I'm Aristotle Full Throttle, and here are 11 fantastic facts about Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. In the beginning, we're introduced to the character Lor San Tekka, who is played by Max von Sydow. But did you know Max von Sydow was also Ming the Merciless in Gordon? Yeah, that movie is heavily influenced by Star Wars, but Star Wars is heavily influenced by Flash Gordon from the 1930s, the comic strip and the movies. So which came first, this or this? I don't know. It was this. This is the first J.J. Abrams film not to be scored by Michael Giacchino. Giacchino was humble enough to step aside and let the master himself, John Williams, compose the score for Episode 7. Incidentally, Alexander Desplat was unable to complete his score for Rogue One, so Michael Giacchino stepped in and finished that one, so he did get to score a Star Wars movie after all. And though he didn't compose the score for Episode 7, he does appear as a stormtrooper. This one. And do you know who else appears as a stormtrooper in Episode 7? Daniel Craig. His stormtrooper name is JB007. Real subtle. He's the one who gets Jedi mind tricked by Rey.
You will remove these restraints and leave the cell with the door open.
I will remove these restraints and leave the cell with the door open.
And rumor has it, potential James Bond successor Tom Hardy is also gonna play a stormtrooper in Episode 8, The Last Jedi.
I will remove these restraints and leave the cell with the door open.
You ever notice how Bane sounds like Darth Vader and Sean Connery had a Baneby? Harrison Ford said it was very important that the Millennium Falcon have springs in the switches because he's an actual pilot in real life, and apparently real cockpits have real springs in their switches. So he wanted realism. And if he wants any more realism, he crashed the Millennium Falcon because he's crashed only twice in his life. Harrison Ford recently had another close call by landing on the wrong runway at John Wayne Airport where a commercial airliner was taking off. Come on, Harrison. Stop risking your life. We need you to stay alive so you can keep playing Han Solo. Oh! Apparently this scene in The Force Awakens where Han Solo and Chewie first board the Millennium Falcon took all day to film. I wonder if it was the same day where the door fell on his leg and broke his leg. Oh yeah, in the summer of 2014 while they were filming The Force Awakens, the door for the Millennium Falcon fell and broke Harrison Ford's leg. A year later, J.J. Abrams said that he broke his back while trying to help Harrison Ford out from underneath the door. Back in the 70s, the Millennium Falcon's door was controlled by pulleys, but this one was powered by hydraulics, and it pinned Harrison Ford with the weight of a small car. JJ and Harrison Ford go back a long ways to this 1991 movie called Regarding Henry, which was written by J.J. Abrams. And J.J. Abrams also has a cameo in that movie as Delivery Boy. Bonus fact. I bet you didn't know that J.J. Abrams also co-wrote Armageddon.
I asked Michael why it was easier to train oil drillers to become astronauts than it was to train astronauts to become oil drillers, and he told me to shut the fuck up. So that was the end of that talk.
Yeah. I bet you didn't know that JJ also stands for Jar Jar. Alternative fact. Oh no! BB-8 was the original design for R2-D2, but back in the 70s they didn't have the technology. But a few years ago, J.J. Abrams noticed there was a company called Sphero and they were doing cool things with physics. And he was like, that.
Make it so.
I want it. Incidentally, the producer of Star Wars, Kathleen Kennedy, met these two superfans, Lee Towersy and Oliver Steeples, during Star Wars Celebration a few years ago. They like to build Star Wars stuff in their spare time. Well, she was so impressed by their working model of R2-D2 that she hired them to build astromech droids on The Force Awakens. How cool is that? Bill Hader and Ben Schwartz share the job of voicing BB-8. Bill Hader is a natural choice for that, given his penchant for imitating Star Wars characters amazingly. Can we just get like Bill Hader, like all the time, just to do all the voices? Wilhelm scream. Anthony Daniels, the actor who plays C-3PO, is in all of the theatrically released Star Wars movies to date. And you can even see his face in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, the absolute worst Star Wars movie.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
His character here is called Daniel Tony Daniels. Real subtle. This Resistance fighter, sporting the original Princess Leia hairdo, that's Billie Lourd, Carrie Fisher's daughter. If you notice, the Millennium Falcon now has a rectangular satellite dish, because you may remember the circular one got knocked off on the mission to destroy the second Death Star.
That was too close.
That's the last time I'm gonna give Lando the keys. Come back without the satellite dish. And since they got the new antenna, they got all new channels.
We can have a good time.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Please don't look at me like that.
Why not?
It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Sorry, milady.
Oscar Isaac and Adam Driver, who play Poe Dameron and Kylo Ren, respectively, are also in this hilarious scene from Inside Llewyn Davis. Look at him, singing about outer space. No wonder they were cast in this movie.
Oh no!
Also, Domhnall Gleeson and Oscar Isaac were in one of my favorite sci-fi movies from the last 5 years, Ex Machina. That one is not as funny.
Oh no!
And finally, Lawrence Kasdan is the co-writer for Star Wars Episode 7. He also wrote the screenplay for The Empire Strikes Back and co-wrote the screenplay for Return of the Jedi. And he and his son are currently writing the screenplay for the Han Solo spin-off movie, which hopefully goes back to when Han Solo was young and was just shooting everybody first. Just shooting everybody first in the face. I seriously, I just want 2 hours of Han Solo shooting people in the face. I heard it's a comedy though, but that's funny. Well, there you have it, 11 fun facts about The Force Awakens. If you have any cool facts about it, let me know in the comments below. I want to hear them. Shout out to Devin McCreary and Judella19 for correctly answering the trivia question in my review for John Wick 2. Leave your answer to this video's secret trivia question in the comments below for a shout out and a chance to win in my next round of giveaways. Thank you to everybody who pledges their support to this channel on Patreon. If you want to learn more about that, there'll be a link at the end of the video. But you can always support this channel just by liking and sharing these videos and subscribing to this channel. I'm Aristotle, Full Throttle, your bro in the know with the fro, and I'll see you later. Jerry?